else winning except me. She just bought a car. He just launched a business. We're all moving forward. And I'm still here.
Hey, what's wrong? I don't know. I just feel like I'm falling behind. Everybody's doing something amazing, and I feel like I'm just stuck. Like, you're comparing yourself to people from me. I know. It's my fault. Just watch this video, trust me. This girl made a video exactly what you're going through. I need to watch it because this girl knows what she's doing. Okay. So they told you to never compare yourself to anybody. What if I told you that that's terrible advice and that's the actual reason you feel stuck? Because here's the honest truth. You're meant to compare. You're designed to compare because it's human nature. You can't stop yourself from comparing. The problem isn't comparison. The problem is actually who you compare yourself to and why you're comparing yourself to that person. I remember I used to scroll Instagram and TikTok for hours. I still do it, but now with a different mindset. I would watch people for hours that I've never met live life that I thought I wanted. I thought I actually wanted that kind of life they were living, but no. And every time I just put my phone down, there's just this feeling of emptiness. There's this feeling of low self-esteem that always came up on me. I always used to feel small. So it was like I was falling behind in a race that I didn't even sign up for. Everything changed when I read this book. Where's the book? Sorry. This book here, you heard me talk about it before, is The Subtle Art of Not Giving the F word. I don't want to pronounce it. One sentence in this book changed my thinking, changed my mindset, and changed everything. First of all, let me tell you what I was doing wrong and what you may also be doing wrong as well. I was comparing my real life to their highlight reel because nobody post their real life. They'll post the exciting moments, the exhilarating moments to make you be like, wow. Secondly, I was measuring my worth by their milestones. Thirdly, I thought success was the same for everybody. I would see a lot of people my age buying a car and I'll think, I should have a car by now. See someone else traveling the world. Why am I still here? Someone else launching a business. What am I doing with my life? And the worst part, these were people I didn't even know. Strangers on the internet, but I was letting them define what my life would look like. It's insane when you actually think about it, but I just couldn't stop. But nothing changed until I read The Subtle Art of Not Giving the F word. So in chapter 2, Mark Manson said something that hits me like a train, which is what you are going to learn about in this video. He says, the desire for a more positive experience is itself a negative experience. And paradoxically, the acceptance of one's negative experience is itself a positive experience. What does that mean? It means the more you chase being successful like everybody you see on the internet, the more you're going to feel like a failure because you are not them, you are you. Mark Manson also said that you can't be an important and a life-changing presence for everyone. So just stop trying. You're basically not supposed to be on the same path as everyone else. You're not even supposed to have the same goals, the same timeline, or the same definition of success. I was literally so busy trying to catch up with people I didn't even know on the internet. And I forgot to ask myself this one question. What do I actually want? Not what my friends are doing, not even what society says I should do, but what do I want? Here's the second lesson from this book that changed my life as well. Yeah, Mark Manson talks about something called the feedback loops on hell. It's literally when you feel bad about something, then you feel bad about feeling bad. And then again, you feel bad about feeling bad about feeling bad. Does that sound familiar? Because it happens to me all the time. I will literally scroll Instagram all day and I'll feel bad because I'm behind. Then I'll feel bad again because I'm feeling bad. Like, why am I so insecure? Why can't I just be happy for them? Then again, I'll feel bad for wasting time feeling bad instead of doing something meaningful with my life. This is actually what Mark Manson calls a loop, and it never ends. It continues over and over again until you recognize it and effect change. But here's what Mark says that's gonna help you a bit. You're going to feel like shit sometime. That's life. The key is to not feel like shit about feeling like shit. When I read this, I realized that I was making it worse by judging myself for comparing. Solution wasn't even to stop comparing. It was basically to stop caring so much about the comparison. Because you're allowed to see someone else doing well and still feel jealous. Please, it's normal. You don't need to feel bad about that. But don't let that jealousy turn you into a story that says, I'm not good enough, I'm behind, I'm falling, I'm failing, everyone's doing this, but I'm not doing anything, I'm limited, I'm just a worthless person. That is not true for any reason. One lesson here is that you're just on a different path and it's completely okay. So let me tell you exactly what I did to change my mindset or to change me from this comparing, jealous, anxious, self-limiting self to me that was, okay with comparing, but, passionate about change. First of all, I unfollowed every account that made me feel worthless, because there's some people at their posts that when you see it, to be like, oh my god. When you see small children driving cars, my brother, my sister, small kids of 16 years, how old are you? You're like, oh my god. Unfollow those accounts, they're not for you. And it's not because I hated them, it's because I needed to protect my peace. Finally, I stopped checking who was ahead of me. Maybe it's my friends or whoever. I just stopped this because I know it makes me feel worthless and I don't want to feel worthless. So I stopped checking who was ahead of me, because we're basically not in the same game, okay? Thirdly, I started comparing myself to who I was yesterday rather than comparing myself to those people that I don't even know. I was comparing myself to who I was yesterday, who I was last week, who I was last year, because if I am not better than I was last year, then please be worried. You have to keep on improving and becoming better every single day. That's the only comparison that matters. Okay, let's take my YouTube videos for example. This video is not the best it can be, but it's actually better than the first video I ever made on this channel. And that's to say that I'm making progress, I'm improving, and I'm becoming better. So compare yourself to your past, who you were, not comparing yourself to any other person. But please always make an effort to improve, to become better. If it's to become better financially, make an effort to improve. So become better academically, socially. You always have to make an effort to improve. So stop making your life about keeping up with strangers. Make it about something that matters to you. For me, it's basically growth, learning, and becoming better every day. It's literally not getting richer than someone else or more successful than my classmates or my classmate. Just better than I was yesterday. And that shift changed everything. So if you're watching this and you feel like you're falling behind, come look straight to the eye. You're not. You're just comparing your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 20. And here's what I want you to do. Unfollow the accounts that make you feel worthless. And secondly, stop asking, why am I not there yet? Start asking, how can I get there? What can I do to get to that position I want to be? Am I better than I was last month or last year or last week or even yesterday? And thirdly, take this book by Mark Manson very seriously. Mark Manson, take it very seriously and read it. It will change how you see yourself and how you see the world. I know a lot of you say you cannot take advice from a man, but please, God sometimes puts insights, or God sometimes gives knowledge to these people to educate us. And if you don't take it, I don't know what else you're going to take. So that's basically all for this video. And thank you for sticking with me on this one. Let me know if you've ever felt this way before and how you handled it. And if you've not handled it, how you're going to handle it. If you're going to follow what I say, or if you have something better, please let me know in the comment section. I love you all and thank you for sticking with me on this one. And also subscribe to this channel because more good stuff is coming out of this day, because we're all about growth and we're all about documenting our success story together. Bye.